Hi, this is Just Saying, better known as Cypress Golden Bronze. I watched News Now this morning. I love Monday mornings because I can look at things and do things. Everything shuts down in California on the weekend. Even when you're on the phone, sorry, our offices are closed. Remember when offices were open on the weekends when I worked? And we used to go and get time and a half or something like that, and for customer service, administrative assistant, those type of jobs. Oh, Lord. People say, oh, you don't work? I told them, yes, I work. I work for myself. I work for myself. There is no way I'll go out there and do anything. I wouldn't last 5 minutes. In corporate America or for any of these jobs, it's none of the 9 to 5s ever. You know, I was a singer, trying to be a singer. I wanted to be a star, actually. And so when you are doing that, you really can't do a 9 to 5. I hate to tell you. And there are some people that do, like Bernie Mac. I knew Bernie when he first started, and I used to sing at the Cotton Club with Alvin Farrakhan, and he was there making fun of me, saying that I sound like I'm an opera singer. I didn't like him. I didn't like Bernie when I first met Bernie, because I told him to stop doing that. You know, it was some of my first appearances in Chicago, and I wanted to be big like him, and I wanted to look good. So therefore, if I told him, what if I went up and says Bernie Mac is black and ugly? How would that sound? You know, why would you do that in front of the... We really did not. But when I left and went home for a while, and I saw him on TV that he had become a big star, my guy was Alan Edge. Alan Edge was the baddest comedian back in that time, not Bernie. Bernie cursed at people as soon as they came in the door. Ooh, ain't nobody gonna be dating nothing, wearing a red just like that. Child, please, hurry up, come here, sit down somewhere. He would say something stupid. And it was mean. But his manager at the time, she helped Alvin get me in. And I used to sing with Alvin, My Funny Valentine, and I think I did Neither One of Us, and a couple of other songs. I only had a couple of songs. Singers, you only need 2 or 3 signature songs. That's it. And every time you sing them, sing the hell out of them. You know, sing people out of their seats, and you'll become a big star. There's reasons why I didn't become a big star. I really blame myself in a lot of ways. But the way I look at entertainment business now, and being out here, seeing some of these people looking like bums when they're not on the, you know, they look sick. Their face, their everything. And a lot of them are not happy because everybody's in their business. And that's one of the things I cannot stand is people in my business. So now I've run up on a situation that has pushed me to do surveillance. I can do surveillance. I don't like people nosing around in my place. I don't like you in my business, my family business, which I don't have. I don't really consider that would be important because I'm alone by myself. And I really like my privacy. So entertainment business would not have been good for me at all. Whether I had all the money in the world, my privacy is really important. And people lying on you like they're doing Bill Cosby. Or Bill Cosby might have done some things, but all of Hollywood, the white producers, all of Hollywood, Paramount Studio, all of them get those young girls and sleep with them. They do it right now as we speak. Right now. So it's not a really big thing, but see how they have taken away all the work that he has done? Entertainment. I sort of use it with media, with the little knowledge that I have from my little cinema 2 years associate's degree. I expanded on it. And that may be a little good business here because I would like to help a lot of people that are being mistreated if people are undermining who you are and what is wrong. If you have a sickness and people say, oh, that girl is crazy, that is defamation. And it's really, really bad to do that. So what can you do? You can tape them and take their butts to court. Now, there's plenty of ways to tape them. You can go to any store in your city. You can go, I go to Fry's here in California. Fry's and Sammy's. Sammy's, because you got to put your, Sammy's can give ideas, and they really actually help you. And I have I can get 9 or 10 cameras and the extensions and extend them and put it out, and you're not coming in my place without me knowing it, because I also have the ports connected to my phone. So I would have been horrible in show business, because you must be a part of the public. Your life has to be a part of the public. I mean, the law will only protect you to a certain extent. I watched News Now this morning, and it was really good and interesting because they were talking about Chicago and the things that I could be on that jury, because I really don't know anything about that case a lot. But my question was, I think I can go in my drive. Let's say if I delete something, I believe I can go in the drives. You know, the drives that I put into my computers. I have a Windows. I don't have an Apple yet, but I'm going to get one. That's how I think. But the drive, can't they go into the drive? There's other parts of the computer. If someone deletes, you can hit delete and it'll still be in a certain drive. They need to check that. There's certain places that, and you know what? Deep down inside, I think they got that tape. I think they have the tape. They're just not telling anybody so that they don't destroy the evidence, because the people will harm the people and try to destroy the evidence. So, but I'm wondering about the drive. So anybody out there that's techie like me, is that correct? Am I right or am I wrong? And I might Google it because I'm really curious now. That you cannot delete. I can't permanently delete anything. It's somewhere like a drive, another drive. If you have, and then they need to connect their surveillance differently next time. Because your surveillance, if you delete it, the pictures, and you delete it, it's somewhere else. You can't delete the whole darn thing. Check your drives. Take it to, and have them take your drive apart. Take the drive apart and see if you can find that videotape. But I don't know anything about the case, because some of the moves that people make in all these cases are just not good. The peaceful marching, but yet and still you got your head beat up. Some BLM, Black Lives Matter, somebody beat them back, hit them, get a stick, pounce their heads. There's nothing wrong with fighting, but then we are caught up into the spirit world, spirituality, Spirituality is when you take care of yourself. It isn't that you got to go, oh, Jesus, and go to these churches. Now, the one thing is the ministers. They brought that up about the Trump meeting that they're supposed to have, and that they weren't aware of why. No, you just got caught. Because I'm surprised that Mr. Rowland did not mention the fact that they do it all the time. And I'm going to YouTube and find the one where the mayor of Ferguson brought all those preachers up on the stage. They've been doing that for a long time. Those people are just representing black people for them. But Donald Trump, I want to mention this too. Donald Trump did help a black person that we all know. And I remember when he did it, because I wanted to be the first person in that Trump Towers. You don't know what it's like to watch a building like that being built. It was great. And I said, I want to stay in there. If I got to save up forever, I'm going to stay in there. Well, a situation after I got here to Los Angeles, which was on bad terms, I got very sick. I was very sick when I first came here. And Jennifer Hudson had a bad incident happen in her family to her mother, and I think it's her nephew, and it was her brother. And someone in their family had did all these murders. So shot, and that was just tragic too for someone like her. She's very famous and did very well, and then boom, that happened. But the person that took her in to hide her during all of this for refuge was who? It was Donald Trump. So why don't he get Jennifer Hudson to come in, or someone that he's done something for? And I'm sure if he did that, he's done something for some black people. He doesn't need to fake it, and that's what he needs to think. He doesn't have to fake it. He did that. Why is he hiding that, and why isn't he saying anything about it? Because I guess he doesn't want to piss off a lot of white people. You know, the media. So they have always used these churches. There's some churches in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. People that you would never believe would back these people that are really bad. And they'll go to these churches and get you to vote, get the church to vote for them. They've done it all the time. So News Now, you should have mentioned that. I was listening for you to say that they have always done it. I can go on YouTube and clip up some clips and clip it on here for all of you to see it. You know, it's not good to just fake it. It's like you're going to be my friend just until your election, and then when you get elected, then you're going to take all my money, all my Social Security, all of my everything, you know. But so, you know what? Back in the day, I knew about Daley. And I'm not going to tell you why. But I knew that he liked black women. But I have a funny gut feeling that half of those Tea Partiers have black girlfriends. And I have a feeling that Trump is always running around with Miss Blondie, you know, a blonde woman. Just the way he is. Just the way he is, just by looking at him. I bet you his main woman is a black woman. So that's the reason why I don't always go on what I see. I don't. And so and another thing, some people may not be as bad as you may think. What do you want him to do? Run around hollering and screaming like Obama did? And he, you know, we got to do it for the poor people. We got to, bastard went in there and he didn't support any poor person when it counted, which means when they cried. He did not do that. I'm putting that back about time. I'm putting it on my timeline. I get so sick of black people saying that. His legacy means nothing, and I think it's a personal thing, so I'm not going to worry it. He will not have a legacy here. But he's no better. You talk about Trump, I don't like the way he talks. I don't like, because Trump is saying how he feels, how he really is. He's not faking it. But that Obama, he said this, and I'm going to do that, and we this, and it just sounded so profound, and victory is here, and a black man is president, and had us all. And then the minute that one of the little babies have gotten killed or slopped down in the street, which is happening quite often now, he shut up and supported Newtown or Oregon recently. He just, that's just. And some little boy said to me, he did a lot of stuff. How about Obamacare? He didn't even do Obamacare. They named it Obamacare. But that wasn't, he didn't sit and analyze and do Obamacare. He didn't do that. Oh, maybe you can ask his wife, Michelle. Maybe she knows something about that. Oh, she didn't do no work either. So we, as a people, always make it, oh, it's okay for this person to act like that. But it's not okay for this person to be that way. And that's Donald Trump. He's rich. So what are you kind of biased? He doesn't like immigration. That bothers me. Hopefully he'll change his tune. If he continues in that race, you know, he can, because that's not, you know, they need to do a reform. They have to do that. But you know what? They're not. That's the trick. They're not. Which to me is not cool. All of those people are immigrants, even Trump. Can't you look at him? Isn't his hair red? That's Irish. All of them. And what is Obama? He's supposed to be Kenya. He's got a lot of African features, Muslim. He has a lot of Muslim features. He was loud. He was really bad. And I saw a little black boy on News Now, and I wonder if he's getting his thinking patterns from Obama. He's a bad example for the African American male that's going through college now and want to be in politics. He's shown them that it's okay for them to be that way and to do that. And this little boy he's a Republican strategist. He was on News Now, and I simply did not even want to hear another word he said. It really made me cry. I wonder how his mother feels about that. Because he is not on the right path. Not at all. And who put him on that path? Obama. He's impressed some children. But by the end of his term, a lot of things are going to kind of come clear, and then you can see what his legacy is about. Well, I guess I got a lot to do today. I'm glad I got this done before the sun came up. Because, see, my set back here would be hard to fix. But guess what? I love each and every one of you, everybody. I love everybody. But if someone hits me, I'm going to ball my fists up. Or in my mind, you know, I've gotten so that fighting, I guess if you use your mind and save your behind, you're a lot better off, and be quiet. Collect documentation. That's what part of my surveillance thing. So someone doing something to me led me to something to make money, because I've gotten 4 calls already to do that. Surveillance. That means do it. And I will own your building. Sue them. A lady, I get my eyebrows arched every month. And she's Asian, Susie. And I don't know how she accidentally brought that blade here and sliced my nose. Sliced it. When I got home, it was all black, and I just cried because I said, I don't know what to do. Another African American lady in Ralph's, my grocery store, said, sue her. She's bonded. But she did this after she did it. She wouldn't let me look in the mirror. Must have been a lot of blood. And then all of her workers crowded around her. And she was like, oh! And she was so upset. And I said, stop being so upset. You're making me upset. I forgive you. It was an accident. It was an accident. And I'm going to fix this. So don't get yourself all riled up. What are the words? I didn't mean it. Mean. Or what do those words actually mean? I'm sorry. It means they didn't mean to do it and they're sorry. That means don't be running to court with people and stuff like that. It is because it affected my face. But guess what? I put cocoa butter on that sucker every night. And guess what? I just put a little powder on it because I got to go out today to the Federal Building. And I just look good. Blessed for it. I don't like the Asian shops at all because I don't like giving them money. Where I live, it's way, you can go up on the hills. It's nothing but Asians that live like kings. Off of our hair products, we have to run and get wigs. And in Slauson Mall here in Los Angeles, on Western, baby, is nothing but Asian. You get your hair, your eyebrows, anything for your looks is Asian. Your hair. Can you imagine that? The things you use on your hair. Although there's a lot of African Americans now starting their own companies. And I see the importance of that by living here and seeing these people live the way they live really good on our backs. So that was the reason it was really a surprise that I was going to an Asian shop. I am presently looking for, but you can go to an African American and they can be Obama lovers and hate your guts and they'll cut your whole face. Oh, God. Oh, you know, I've got me thinking. So I don't put it past just because she's Asian doesn't mean that she's not a loving person or that she was genuinely sorry. And you know what I did? I accepted the sorry. I did. You don't sue people when they're sorry because you're going to get that back. That's karma. So that's it. That's all I have to say. The preachers, y'all gangsters anyway, hustling that money, hustling up people in the church, getting money. Can't even put any of them in a hotel or a place to live with babies. You can't do that unless you go through a line, and then when you go through the line, then you don't get it because they say, well, he used to be a dope addict. We found out that you used to be a prostitute. We found out that you used to be, and you know, it happened to one girlfriend of mine. I said, why do you go to that church? So be careful of your pastors when they are bringing people that you don't want to hear from and that you assume that you know them. Stay away from it. That's the same. Somebody tried to screw me recently. The best way to get them is here. And that's exactly what I did. I love it. I love doing that. So everybody, have a good day. And I would say God bless this guy that has defamed me. He's done a lot of very bad things to me. I heard him out in the hall saying God bless. Ain't a big God in that. So be careful of the people that are saying God bless. Because they ain't real. They don't have it like that, okay? For real. You don't know what they've done to people. So just be spiritual, and please always remember and honor your ancestors. And your ancestors are past your mother and father. Somebody says, my mother and father are my ancestors. Really? They are. But you have a whole line because they came from somebody and they came from somebody and they came from somebody. He's talking on behalf of white people. That's what he's doing. And moving away and exit black. I don't like people like that. California, I will not make friends here for lifelong friends. This is not a place to do that. And I definitely am not getting into anything spiritual. Okay, stay away from that. I'm all set up anyway. I'm 55. I came here an adult. I was very ill. And I came here. And I am old enough to say, okay, this is how I am now. I'm not seeking anything. You know, this is how I am. So if you hit me, I'm not turning the other cheek. So you must remember that. And that's from Just Saying. Cypress Golden Bronze. Everybody have a wonderful day. And remember this. forgive. You'll get it back along the line. Okay? Ashe.